Yeah, welcome on our channel. Today, join Pastor David Ogbueli as he delves into the sacred covenants of marriage and divine perspective on divorce. It's an insightful message. Let's go.
For his children's children. One of the reasons God hates divorce is that he takes wealth away from family and gives it to strangers. So the Bible promises God's children wealth transfer from the wicked to them. Wealth is supposed to be transferred from sinners to believers, from wicked people to the saints. Everywhere the Bible talks about the wealth transfer, that's how it is. But divorce transfers wealth for you, that is supposed to be a covenant person, from your children away to the enemy. And there are 5 methods involved. Come on, madam. I know you're married, but I will use you. Okay, I don't want to be the one. Call Oga politician, come. I'm creating fake marriage here. 2 of you, hold hands. Married, you've spent years building wealth. Then, you're coming. You see, somebody has entered reaping where she did not sow. And in this your age, I'm seeing gray hair. But you can see how she's more younger. Because usually you are likely to go for younger. You won't look for someone that will die around the time you will die. You look for somebody who will live another 20 years, 30 years after you. So most of what will happen is that in the course of this new relationship, there will be so much shift in the heart, if she is wise, that a lot of the things that will have been given to her, a lot of the things that will have been given to the children, 2 of you, there are 4 of them here, will shift to her and to her children. And then one day, your time comes, you go. She still has 30 years. And you have ended up building an Ishmael generation at the expense of Isaac. Do you see the kind of wealth that is in the Middle East? Have you been to Dubai, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, all of this? One foolishness from Abraham created that. All of that is Abraham's wealth. But now it's almost like 80% shifted to these Arab countries in terms of natural resources. Maybe 10 or 20% to Isaac. Go and see the tiny land that the Jews have now. One tiny piece of land. And even that tiny, they are fighting to drive them away from it. You know this thing you're seeing there? That is war now. Almost trying to drag the whole world into. It's a family feud. Because of the role of a younger woman. Of course, when Sarah was fighting, cast off the bondwoman, the child of the bondwoman will not be heir. It was talking about the future. What will happen to Abraham's wealth and Abraham's blessing? It was God that intervened to convince Abraham to send her away. He wouldn't have done it. He refused. He's driving a fresh Benz, a new Mercedes-Benz, 2024. This one was 20 years ago model. But that's a big mistake. They just take the sentence and just keep repackaging, change light, change this and all that. If you need some repackaging, go and repackage your car. Stop misbehaving. What you're looking for in Sokoto is in your Shokoto. Stop misbehaving. And it's vice versa. So you see, the most painful part is not Madam losing. This is painful. Didn't you put up that scripture? A righteous man lays inheritance for what? 3 generations. All this work, all this toiling you are doing, it should benefit your children and your children's children. They should not start from zero. You started from zero. Nobody supported you after school. No capital, no nothing. At least they should have capital to start their own. They should have at least 1 or 2 properties to start from. Or at least there is a business already. There must be something because you lived. But then now, wealth will take it and shift it. And then from you, Ishmaelite starts. They are your children. And because the Abraham seed, God was blessing them. God decided that he has to bless them. They're also your seed. And what he had to do was to go to Abraham's blessing and take a large chunk polygamy alone without divorce creates a conflict over inheritance. Talk less of divorce. The divorce transfers the wealth. There are so many of you here. Just be bold. It's church. I'm not trying to, it's just for people to learn. You have a father growing up or maybe a mother, but it was like you didn't have one when it comes to provision. They abandoned you. He's looking after some other thing. Let me see your hand. Just be honest. See. And the others are lying. I mean, I don't mean everybody. I mean, there are others here lying. They don't want to talk. My father is alive, but I'm actually an orphan. I'm suffering. I did not commit the sin. It was between him and my mom. Now look at, the heart has shifted. Because if this new wife knows how to look after him, the heart will shift. If you look at Esther,